It's time for a mill maintenance video with me. I've been here the whole time. No, seriously, I can't find a way out. Recently, my mill started making this sound. Which I initially thought was a bearing. Turns out it's just a little spider isolator coupler. I put a little oil on it, and it sounds perfectly fine now. Looking at the absolute state of chips and everything else that's in here, I'm going to do a few quality of life things that I think might be helpful after running this machine for about a year. Alright, push this back. You can see that this is the really bad section in here. Chips just got everywhere, so I'm going to vacuum all of this out and go from there. So far, doing pretty well. This is my 50 millionths indicator, i.e. every single little line is about 50 millionths of an inch. If I have this set up here and I pull on the table, or if I push on the table, you can see there's not that much play in this entire thing. So I'm set to tenths on my treble, and I click one over. It does pretty well. I think that's about as good as you can ask for on this old and this high hour of a machine. So here's my thought. These have one drain for the entire tub, and it's that little square down there, and it gets clogged full of stuff, and then the tub doesn't drain, and then your coolant runs out, and then it's the whole thing. I bent one of these up, and I'm going to slide it right in there over the entire thing, so that the idea is that as chips fall down, it drains the coolant through all of this and then into that, instead of just right there. That's the idea. And then there's a filter in the coolant tank as well, but we'll see. As far as coolant goes, I've been pretty happy with this Trim SC5. You know when you get instant rice, and it's Spanish rice, and it says right on the side of the bag, tastes like restaurant quality, and then, you know, it just never does? We should do something about that. Anyways, that's not today. We're talking about engraving today, because that's something I've struggled with ever since I got the mill, and here's what I mean. This is my problem. Come closer so you can see. So both of these are set up using Fusion 360's Engrave program. One of these, this one, is 0.01 depth, or 10 thousandths. This one is 5 thousandths. Between the two of these, and I'm going to move this one into focus, this one looks better in all accounts. And I think that's my problem. This might be a very short video. And the O&O has, essentially, it's pushing material out and away instead of just cutting. I think that the 5 thousandths is doing a lot better of a job actually engraving. This seems to be backed up when we look at it from the side, and you can kind of see as we scan across this, especially on the lettering. Again, this is the O10 side, versus we go over here. This is looking a lot more flat and level with the plane. So this looks perfectly fine. I'm going to come in here with a black paint marker, which it's xylene free. I don't know what that means. And I'm going to do what I usually do and color in both this one and see what we can do. Maybe I'm not. All right, we got a different one. This one doesn't say it's xylene free though, so I don't know. I don't know if that's a big deal. While that's drying, I'm going to cut another piece, and we're going to try out this engraving bit that I bought off a McMaster car. It's a 3-facet, not flute, engraving bit, and it's 1/8 of an inch in diameter, which is terrifying. So I'm going to get this put in the mill and go from there. So I'm going to try on that 30-degree cutter. We're 0.005 five thousandths of depth, and we're running at 20 inches per minute at 5,000 RPM. All right, well, that didn't work. I have no idea why. Here's what it did. Yeah, the cutter didn't seem to move. It just, apparently that was too fast. So, that's $30 that I'll never get back. I want to switch from this 2-inch. Wow. I want to switch from this 2-inch face mill to this 3-inch face mill because it's one bigger, I think. 3 millimeter. What is this? I do find the issue that one runs into. I can't get the razor blade thing off, and I really don't want to. I'm going to cut myself. Hang on. Especially on this 0.01, this 10,000ths cut, you start running into the actual engraving. Can't see anything. There we go. I also think surface finish has a huge amount to do with this, i.e., the fact that this is a new fly cutter with new inserts. You can see just how much nicer the surface finish is, which I do think makes a big difference. Definitely when you get down in the letters, you can feel that it has pushed up. This one's going a lot easier. It's not catching nearly as bad. Definitely like a bit neater over here. Okay, for this go around, I'm doing the exact same thing, but I'm doing a finishing pass with the face mill after I engrave. About 1/1000th of an inch, so it's just literally taking 1/1000th off the top. Let's see how that does. I also slowed it down just a little bit. Interesting. Huh. Not sure if that changed anything. The 5/1000ths is basically unchanged. This is maybe a little bit better. I'm not going to do the full lettering or anything, but I just want to try a couple. Okay, yeah, this does make this part of a lot of it easier, at least on this one, but you know what? This got a lot better, but the thin engraving definitely, I think, looks better. It's just cleaner. All right, so this is 0.75 minus, so technically 0.65, 0.065 rather. This is 0.010, and then this is 5. 5,000 still just looks cleaner. So what did we learn? Well, we learned that I shouldn't buy engraving bits, or at least I don't know how to use them properly. We learned that 5 thousandths is a pretty good depth of cut for these, for a chamfer mill to actually engrave these. And we learned that I need to clean my mill more often. Remember how this is a mill cleaning video? Yeah, that was way back at the beginning of the video. Anyways, I have made 3 of these little plaques, and I'm just finishing them up now, and I'm going to put them on Patreon. So if you're a subscriber on Patreon, or if you want subscribe to Patreon within the month, this is June now. If you're watching this not in June, I'm sorry you missed it. The Patreon link is in the description below. If you're a subscriber down there, I will enter your name into a random number generator. If you win, I will send you one of these. They're numbered and everything, and they got made today over there. Other than that, thanks for coming along for the journey, and yeah, I appreciate you guys watching as always, and if you liked the video, please like, subscribe, comment down below, and yeah, thanks for watching. Wait, why do I... Hold on, why do I feel like I'm slowly sliding out of frame? I'm seriously not touching the camera right now. This is... All right, this video is about mills. I'm working on the milling machine.